Every now and then when I feel a bit buggy, I look at the floor, maybe need a new ruggy. Scratch at, I'll get some beers and get chuggy. Nah, man, I know what I need, some more Man Huggie. Oh, Man Huggie. Some more Man Huggie. Put your headphones on for proper audio quality, motherfucker.
Recording in progress.
What it do, what it do, what it do. It is your boy, Brute Schultz, in the street of these two shoes, and who am I with as always? Joseph Huggins, aka Old Man Huggie. Talk shit or get off the pod, episode 183. Can you hear me now? Good, motherfuckers. What's up, Justin?
What's up, man? How's it going?
Going.
How's life treating you, sir? Out there in L, I mean, you're not. How close are you to LA? How far away are you from LA? You're in a war zone, right? It's like burning to the ground.
Yeah, I guess you watch Fox News.
Gavin Newsom's just letting it go nuts. I mean, I hear all these horrible things about California. You know, I mean, it's just like I don't know how you survive out there, dude. It's a war zone.
Yeah, it's tough. It's tough out here. No kings, motherfucker. I don't know, dude. Like, no, it's not. Like, it's like peaceful protests. I mean, then they like have the National Guard out here who like doesn't want to be out here. But like where I'm at, like I mean, I haven't been participating in any protests. You know, as the head of Antifa, I try to stay out of shit like that.
Yeah, you gotta keep a low profile. You know,
Right.
Like that's where they
like the supreme leader over in Iran. You know, I gotta stay out of it.
Yeah, that's where they expect you to be. So I'm not gonna be there. They'll be looking
Right.
looking for me there, not at the farmers market. Yeah, that's obviously been blown way the fuck out of proportion.
Yeah.
So I mean, super goofy, but the way they describe it, it's just nuts. And then they're battling it out in court. I mean, have we had this much litigation? There's been a lot of litigation for the first like 6 months of a presidency, not even 6 months.
I mean, like Gavin Newsom started a legal defense fund before Trump even got into office. With like he signed like an executive order, like or got like the legislature out here in California to pass it. So like we've already raised like tens of millions of dollars, right? Like ready for shit like this.
Oh, I know that. I'm just saying.
No, I agree with you. I'm saying,
shit,
but
it's
no,
like a lot.
I'm saying to your point, like I mean, we anticipated like that there would be a lot of litigation, so yeah, I'm agreeing with you.
Yeah, okay, yeah. It's just pretty fucking weird. It's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
Everybody's going to court. Everybody's in court all the time. So last week I wasn't feeling so hot, so we ended up not doing last week. And we were going to do yesterday. And then because you're going to the Posty concert tomorrow, right?
Yeah, Post Malone, Jelly Roll at SoFi Stadium.
Oh, that'll be pretty tight. Good seats.
Big ass stadium tour. Yeah, I think. I mean, like I haven't been to the seats yet, but I mean, like as far as they look good.
And you decided you got some stuff to get ready in preparation for the show.
So I'm going with the shorty with the face. Let's just keep it real.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. Like I just I don't drink or anything, but like I thought maybe mushrooms would be a good idea. I went to the King Gizzard and the Wizard Lizard show at the Forum, and I took like maybe like a gram of mushrooms, and it was like one of the best shows I've ever been to. So this dispensary, it's like online or through Weed Maps.
Because mushrooms are legal. No, oh, okay.
No, right? Mushrooms are.
Well, in like California, not California, Colorado, they're legal.
Right.
You can like.
Right. The governor in Colorado just pardoned everybody who's in jail for psilocybin like yesterday. But
shout out.
yeah, shout out. Um, no, it's not legal here. I don't even know why. Like, I was like just looking for weed like 3 years ago, and I was like on Weed Maps, where it's like basically just shows you all the dispensaries, and there's a lot of ghost kitchens, if you will. like, they're like not dispensaries, but they deliver. I don't know where they keep the product. And so this isn't a storefront, but it had like a category of mushrooms on it. So like I used to get mushrooms to this guy, and he would just like apparently he like lived like close to where I lived in Westlake, because he would just show up at my house like 10 minutes later after I would order it. So I got on the website, and they didn't have any of the mushrooms available. They just had mushroom chocolates, and I was like, what? But I still had this guy's phone number in my phone from like texting him. Like, last time I texted him was like 6 months ago. I think I did mushrooms on my birthday. Um, so I texted him. I'm like, yeah, dude, I don't see any mushrooms on the website. What's up? And he goes, yeah. He's like, we're waiting until the new batch comes out. He goes, and then like text me back like 15 minutes later. He goes, I do have some like private reserve 3/8 of it, for $40 each. And I was like, I could do like two of those. He goes, I'll sell you all three for 30 each. And I was like, okay, fine. So and he goes, all right, 30 minutes. And so then I drove back, and like he thinks I guess I still live in Westlake, so I drove to Westlake, outside of my old apartment, and some chick in a Tesla rolled up, and she handed me 3/8 of the private reserve, and I went back to my house, and I had like gotten off work early. It's like 2, 3 o'clock, and I was like, oh, let me just nibble on some of it. And so I just like literally just like put a little like bite size like tiny piece in my mouth, chewed it, tastes disgusting, of course. And I was a little bit tired, and I just went and like took a nap next to my dog. And then like an hour later I woke up, forgot I had taken him, and it was like holy shit. I was like I was like so mad. I was like because like I was just like tripping, and it's like fucking Tuesday, and I was like, dude, I don't want to be tripping right now. Like, but then like later, I was glad that I did it, because like I would have taken like the whole eighth, at least one of those eighths, like before the concert,
Yeah, that would have been a
without
bad
even
idea.
thinking.
Yeah, bad idea.
Yeah, yeah.
Bad
Like,
idea.
it's so weird though. Like, this is just like a weird like thing. So I got these mushrooms from the same guy like 6 months ago, I guess, right? Because I looked at my phone. It was like December 13th when I texted him. And I was with the shorty with the face at that night, and like we were hanging out, and I had the craziest itch on like the middle of my foot that night, like in December, and it felt like insane. And then I didn't go to scratch it, and I've never felt like that type of like feeling like in my body before, right? In
Okay.
my foot. It was just like thinking about like something that it's just so bad, but you just don't itch it, and it just continues to increase in
Yeah.
its level of,
Yeah, 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 yeah.
insane feeling. The exact same thing happened to me yesterday in the exact same spot on my foot. Like, I don't even get what that is. Like I was like, what the hell is mushrooms? It just like goes and tickles your like right foot.
So
Like,
you fell asleep and then woke up and you were
tripping.
tripping. See, so this happened. This is years ago. It was my day off, and I was like, oh no, I was like cleaning up and packing, and I found the dust. So I want to make make a grilled cheese sandwich. Ate the grilled cheese sandwich. People came over. We hung out, drank a couple beers, chilled. I did the same thing. Took a nap. Woke up, and I was at like, oh my god, I probably fell asleep at 4 or 5 in the afternoon. Just like, it's my day off. I'm tired. Took a nap. Woke up at 9 p.m. It's like night out, and it was insane. It took me 30 to 45 minutes to figure out why this was happening in the first place. And I'm serious. I was like, woke up like, what is going on? Like, this is insane. It took me going into the kitchen at the apartment I was staying at the time and seeing like the bread out, some craft singles, the pan and like a spatula, like literally in the sink. And I was like, oh shit. Like it like hit. I was like, oh man. But for like 30 minutes, I was like, dude, what is happening right now? Am I awake? And then when I was like, oh god damn it. But yeah, so that's what we had to cancel yesterday. I was looking at notes and then
dude, like I got
me,
up.
you're like, I can't do shit. I was like,
I had my computer up and everything, and I was like, I don't know, why am I trying to do this? Like, I'm like, this is not gonna go well. I barely like want to like move, like let alone like do a podcast. But I was like, because we didn't do it last week, and then like we had been planning on doing it all day, so I was like, that's why I didn't cancel it to like the last minute, because I was like really thought like I was like, all right,
just good. I was like, he only did one article that he put in there. Something's happened that slowed him down or stopped him. Something's going on, and that's why he hasn't finished this. If he started and didn't finish, that's not like you. So it was funny because then whenever you texted me that, I was like, oh shit, yeah, no worries, man. I was like, that makes sense. It's like bingo. But yeah, that's weird how that works too. It'll be like, it's whenever you go to sleep, it's almost like your metabolism slows down. So, or I guess it does. So your metabolism slows down when you're sleeping, right? Or does it speed up? It's one of the two.
No, it slows.
So I mean, like if you do that and then you fall asleep, take a nap, it's not like your body's like really like digesting it. So I feel like it just hangs out in your stomach, and then you just wake up like, what the hell? Like, rather than like just being awake the whole time. I don't know. It's interesting. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Any tales from the poker room?
Yeah, on Sunday I actually played in a tournament and made it to the final table, but got bounced in 8th place. Pocket jacks, went all in, like 13,000. And this fucking idiot called me with pocket 8s and caught a fucking 8 and bounced me out of the tournament. Sucked.
Damn, that's brutal.
I was playing really well too. Like I got down. I was like the short stack. I had the least amount of chips, and there's like maybe 15 people left.
Yeah.
And the blinds were getting pretty high, and I was like, all right, I gotta like move here. And I play like a lot of tournaments online, so I just kind of have a tournament strategy, and I just started like just getting my chips in, like making moves, taking blinds down, and all of a sudden it was just like boom, 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 and I made 2 folds that I shouldn't have, that like could have put me in a better spot, like to where that guy I wouldn't have felt the need to go all in pre-flop, like with the pocket jacks, he wouldn't have been able to call me. So like it was my fault to be in that position, but I did get pretty far in the tournament.
Fuck yeah. Hells yeah. Good shit.
Therapy question?
Yeah. Therapy question number 1. What do you think is worth its weight in gold? Now, this is going to be something that's, you give me a couple things. They don't necessarily have to be tangible, too.
What's gold prices right now?
What's what?
So what are the gold prices right now?
Well, yeah, obviously. Well, the saying, not actual gold.
What's worth its weight in gold?
You can't tangibly like see it, but you get it. To me, sleep. Sleep is that's one of those things where it's so essential. I mean, we spend such a large chunk of our lives sleeping in the first place that I feel like sleep is just extremely important. I mean, and it doesn't matter if you get like 10 hours of sleep or 20 hours of sleep. Sleep is sleep. But I mean, obviously the more the better. So that's definitely worth its weight in gold.
Sometimes you sleep too much.
True, you can't sleep too much. But what I am, like I think that's something that would be worth its weight in gold if it was like tangible. Like that would be a very valuable resource. Sleep for sure. Definitely sleep. Fresh water. It might not feel like it here, but in a lot of places in the world that'd be worth more than gold. Fresh water.
Your mic keeps like going in and out as far as like volume.
Really?
Yeah.
Let me look and see. do this real quick.
Mine would be, what was it worth in gold? I don't know, dude.
Did it better? Is that better?
Like you're good now. Like I'm saying, like you'll be talking and then it'll just become quiet a little bit, and then it'll be louder and then quiet.
Huh,
and then louder.
maybe I'm just it's too far away. I'll try to keep it at a frame. Boom.
But friendship.
Okay. Friendship. No, I mean that's not
Companionship. You
Yeah,
know what I'm saying? Just like
that's
having
not
people in
bad.
your life.
Yeah, that's not bad. Like friends and family,
Loved ones.
loved ones. Yeah, that's a good one because I mean, those things are important. You know, they're obviously there's like that unconditional love, support.
And loneliness is like at an all-time high. It's like some crazy ass stat. Like 50% of like Americans, men at least, like say they don't even have one close friend. It's like what?
Yeah, because I mean, depending on what you do for work too, if you work all the time, then it's like how close are you? How close are you with the people that you work with? Are they your actual friends, or you know, or is it like, or are they more like acquaintances? So that would
I mean,
make sense.
I generally don't hang out with my coworkers like outside of work. Or I try not to, or I don't know if I try to. I subconsciously try not to. I should say.
Yeah,
I have friends at work. Like, well, this job now, like I live with my like my roommate and I work together. But I'm talking about in the past, like in corporate offices and shit.
yeah, I feel like that's a bad idea. The most I ever did that was when I was managing this bar slash club in Austin and was in that Austin scene because everybody works together, everybody goes out together. It's all like bars and you're almost like a unit. So we all work at this place, they all work at this place. Someone's like some fucking the Warriors greaser type shit. It's interesting. Everyone gets along, but we would all go to Chupacabra for one of their bar events because their staff would come to our bar event. And next thing you know, you're just like drinking like 5-6 days a week with everybody you work with. It's fucking terrible.
Yeah.
All right. Therapy question number 2, and we'll touch on this more later specifically, but is it America's job to be the world police? To do all the things that we do around the world?
I don't know if it's our job, but is it America's job to be the world police? I mean, we've kind of put ourselves in that position, like, and the reason why we do it is because it benefits our country. Like, it's not like we do it just because we just feel good about it or whatever the fuck, or like we just want to get involved in messy shit. It's like we just genuinely think that like if we intervene around the world, it's beneficial ultimately to us, the United States, that is.
See, I like some aspects of it, and there's aspects of it I don't like. I do like the fact that, well, I mean, we used to, it's not as bad, but with like, or not as much, but with USAID and everything, just the humanitarian things that we do around the world are super important. I think that's like, like that, what do they call that? Like what's it called?
Soft power.
Yeah, soft power. Like, I think that's huge in keeping our influence in a positive way and keeping us in a positive light, doing those selfless things for other countries that can't do it for themselves. I think that's huge. So us cutting back on that, drawing back on that, slashing programs and all this stupid shit was just really dumb. But because that void will just be filled, like in Africa, by China. There'll just be like other people that'll go do that stuff, and
I mean, not in the same way.
Not in the same way, but they'll still
They'll
do it. Yeah, they'll do something when we're doing nothing.
They'll take your minerals.
Yeah, we're not doing anything, so they're gonna do something, and yeah, they'll take.
Yeah, they'll fill the vacuum. Yeah,
yeah, and then they'll steal all of your mines, but I don't think that it's right for us to just jump into every global conflict, and it seems like we do now. Sometimes we do it because they're allies, or it's in our best interest in some indirect way, but it's always kind of like a skeezy way. I feel like lately, whenever we have this approach to getting involved with conflicts, like what we want out of it And maybe it's just a Trump thing. I don't know. But it always seems like kind of skeezy. Like even Obama was doing some skeezy shit. Like all like that's what I'm saying. Like in the sense,
what?
like the use of drones and the way that we've used drones and indiscriminately killed innocent people, while in turn criticizing other people for killing innocent people.
Okay, I wouldn't say indiscriminately.
If we kill like 60 people to kill one guy, that's a bad ratio.
Yeah,
man.
but that's not an indiscriminate killing if we know that's what's about to happen, dude.
But I don't like what I'm saying.
Indiscriminate killing is like where you're just dropping bombs and just like whatever happens happens.
Well, I think it's escalated, not maybe as much on our end, but I mean I think that was downplayed. That create
like your boys over in Israel are indiscriminately bombing
that's what I'm saying.
Gaza.
It's gotten worse with time. But what I am saying, not on our end, but on others. But I do think our approach is pretty skeezy at times. The things that we want out of it, I think that we're dishonest at times whenever it comes to talking about what we want out of it. We want, like, yeah, it benefits us when we install our own fucking guys there. There's all like, it's just, we need to chill a little bit. And we have for a while. I mean, think about how much money has been added to just our deficit because of like, how long were we in Iraq, Afghanistan? Like 20 years?
Afghanistan for 20.
20 years?
Iraq for about
it was way less. It was like way less than that, right?
like 8.
Oh, okay. That's so crazy. It's like because we have to be
maybe
here.
12.
Because we have to be here, and they're like, "No, we don't want you here." And it's like, "Yeah, but we have to be here." It's just like goofy. It's so obvious that we do it because it's in our self-interest. It makes it seem disingenuous. There you go. So us intervening in other global conflicts that don't have anything to do with us. Not speaking about a specific one going on right now, but just in general, just like interjecting ourselves because we're the biggest kid on the block and we got to be involved in every fight.
I mean, Iraq was obviously a bullshit war that was trumped up by like Bush and his homies. Afghanistan, we were there too long, but I mean, other than that, like, I mean, I guess Libya.
Yeah, I mean, but then how many times, I guess it was the chemical factories, but I remember when Trump shot a bunch of rockets at Syria, but he was like gassing his own people. See, like those times when we jump in and it's some crazy dude killing his own people and we're like, hey dude, knock it the fuck off, that makes more sense. That's whatever I'd like, that we have the balls to do something
Well,
about
that's what I'm saying about Libya. Is like we like put up a no-fly zone because like Muammar Gaddafi was about to like commit like fucking genocide on his own people, and then they found him in a fucking drain pipe and stuck a fucking pole up his ass and like paraded him around Libya. Sounded nice at the time, but now Libya is like a failed state and it's like run by like fucking warlords and drug lords, like, and it's like a civil war.
Well, that's the whole, there's a whole conspiracy, or it's part of a bigger conspiracy, obviously. Come on now. But, that there's a list of countries that weren't involved in like the central banking system and all this stuff, but that like Syria is one of them, Libya was one of them. But they talk about how Gaddafi, Saddam Hussein, some of these guys like filled and plugged up a power vacuum that when they were gone, it created complete and total chaos in replace of where they were.
Well, totally with Saddam, and because Iraq was like a check on Iran, and now like Iranian-backed militias are like in the Iraqi government, so like we fucked that up. Muammar Gaddafi, though, I mean, he's a piece of shit. Like, I mean, I don't know, like we could have done better about Libya, like because we didn't want Obama didn't want to put any troops on the fucking ground, because he didn't, want any more wars in the Middle East. So basically, we just like we made it possible for them to kill Gaddafi, but like we didn't really like intervene or do anything, and so now it's like a shit show.
Well, yeah, I mean, but Gaddafi was interesting because he would have all these big grand ideas and be like, we're going to build these mega cities and everyone's going to have power and we're going to have clean water and I'm going to switch create my own new like African dollar, was doing like all of this stuff.
And
Trying to do this stuff. But then in turn, but if you disagreed with him, he's like, that I'm gonna kill you.
Yeah. And he had like an all-female security team.
Yeah, he had an all-female security team that was like pretty badass. Like what? I mean, they were actually like trained fucking killers. That's some James Bond like supervillain shit. Like he's like, I want an all. That sounds like something Gaddafi, Saddam Hussein, some of these dudes, Kim Jong Un, one of these like wild dictators are like, I need a death squad of chicks in the same uniform. That is some unhinged wild stuff. But yeah, he did get murdered by his own people and paraded around in public. Both of those guys actually got done in by their own people. But I don't think it's our job. I think if it's depends on the circumstances.
Case by case.
Yeah, but I think we've been too prone to. It's become so. It's almost like a reflex that we gotta be like, well, hey, what are y'all doing over there? Chill the fuck out, man. Sit down, bro. Don't make me get out of my chair in class, dude. And it's just like, whoa, we're fighting about something that has nothing to do. Don't make me kick both of your asses. Like, I feel like that's kind of our approach. It's a little much, a little heavy-handed. Therapy question number 3. The other day on X, Twitter, Elon Musk posted a clean drug test. I mean, in the world of AI and everything, I'm like, bullshit, bro. Get the fuck out of here. Like, no one believes that. But therapy question number 3. Is Elon Musk on drugs? Or do you believe Elon Musk is on drugs?
The fuck are you talking about? Why is that even a question, dude?
Well, he posted results saying that he's not. He's emphatic.
Yeah, but that's how you know. That's how you know he's on drugs, dude. Where he feels the need to post his drug test results to nobody. He's the richest man in the world. Like, what the fuck? He was getting tipped off about drug tests at SpaceX. Like, he fucking pisses himself, like, because he can't control his bladder because he does so much ketamine. He was did an interview with Don Lemon and said that he was doing ketamine all the time, and then in another interview recently, he's like, I haven't done ketamine in years. It's like, bro, you literally just said you do it all the time, like, or not all the time, but like frequently, like, it's like.
Do you think it has to do with the
test? If you're
test?
lying about your drug use, then you're probably an addict, dude.
Yeah, I mean, I think at this point he's afraid to lose his contracts, afraid to lose free government money, and like I said before, afraid to get kicked off the board or being CEO of Tesla. I think he's really teetering on losing.
I don't think he is, because like I think if Tesla loses Elon, like that stock plummets 95%, and then it would actually be worth what it's supposed to be worth. A shit car company's multiple.
And speaking of Elon, so we didn't talk about this before, but I'm sure you saw the reports where they were saying that Elon like left the White House and took Stephen Miller's wife with him.
Yeah, Stephen Miller's wife now works for him.
That's epic. That's like epic,
dude. 2 cucks, 1 cup.
2 cucks, 1 cup. Jesus Christ. That's wild.
You know Pete Hegseth, our Secretary of Defense, has seven posters of his wife in the office of Secretary of Defense. Like, usually there's like pictures and shit of like military shit going on. He replaced them all with 7 pictures of his wife, most of which she's wearing a pink dress, the same one that she wore to the to the Easter egg roll or whatever the fuck they call it at the White House.
Seriously?
Yeah.
That's weird.
No shit, dude.
That's so unhinged. He's an interesting dude. His whole marriage, divorces. He's been married like 3 times or something like that.
Hegseth? I mean, well, he has the wife. Yeah, he's been married. Yeah, you're right, like 3 or 4 times. But also, he had the wife who's cheating on with his girlfriend, who he was cheating on with his mistress, all at the same time.
Now he's married, and now he's married to the mistress.
Yeah, one of them at least.
He's married to like the 3rd or 4th down the line, somewhere around there. Therapy question number 4: what mythical animal do you wish was real or believe could be real?
I guess like dragons?
You wish dragons were real? I guess. I mean, I've said before it'd be tight if there was some sort of like mythical beast. There was like 50 of them or something, and we all had to like fight against them as a group, so we could all be like out and about. We're at like Pottery Barn. I'm looking at blankets. Next thing you know, there's like a fucking griffin, some lion eagle beast like crashes down the parking lot. We all gotta like jump this fucking thing because it's been terrorizing the city. Or like I feel like that's what it would be with dragons. Although it's easy to instantly jump to a negative connotation of the dragon. I think we're
Because they're Chinese.
no, because they just breathe fire and would be dangerous, and they would be Chinese. So yeah, I mean that's hard to trust that. But if it's an American dragon, yeah, obviously. Come
South
on.
Lake Dragon.
Yeah. Oh, let's go. But
You know I'm gonna yell that at Posty tomorrow if I see him.
Go
Like, Crave my Mustangs.
yeah, it's like go Mustangs. That'll get a reaction.
Yeah.
If you say go Dragons, they'll be like, fuck South Lake, pieces of shit.
I know. He like kicks me out of the concert.
Like, hey, right there, and the light just spotlights on you, dude. Especially if you were on Mushies, that would be terrifying. You'd be like,
I'm not taking them, bro.
oh, you're just not.
No, they're too powerful.
It's too much, yeah.
Yeah, like, and I'm driving anyways. Like, like that, like the fact that they lasted that long. Like when I just took a little bit, like
You should make your own chocolate bar out of them.
yeah, I might
Yeah.
take them like afterwards or something. But I have to work anyways on Friday, so I don't even know what I'm gonna do with these mushrooms, dude. I'm scared of them.
put them in like a coffee grinder, and blend them up, and then just get like a mug or something, and you melt like 3 or 4 Hershey's chocolate bars. Get yourself a metal muffin tin or something, and you can sprinkle it in there, and then pour the hot.
Fucking dangerous, like.
No, yeah, I mean it can be. I mean it's gonna go down. I'd get a couple of them, but you could make mini chocolates. You gotta break that shit up, dude. I'm just saying you gotta cut it. I've never had.
You never had the reserve premium or the premium reserve?
Never heard of having to cut mushrooms. I gotta cut this shit with something, dude. This is too much.
Got to get the baby laxative out.
Yeah, seriously, dude. Go get the drowsy pills and wash off the blue coating. We gotta roll this shit up. I wish dragons would be terrifying. Although unless they were chill dragons, that would be cool. I mean, some of them things that I think are real, like the Kraken, like some big ass octopus beasts that live in the oceans, probably real. They were like, we've never seen a giant squid, but we think
Yes, we have.
No, recently in the past like 15 years. Before that, it was like, oh, we think there's giant squid. We've just never seen them. And then they found one in like the Arctic Circle, and they were like, holy shit, that's a giant squid. But like a giant octopus, like an octopus that if it was puffed up was like 50 feet tall. There's got to be some wild shit like that in the bottom. There's got to be some Kraken type shit. Got to be. And Bigfoot. Obviously, I wish Bigfoot was real. I can't say he is or not, is or isn't, but that would be tight as fuck if Bigfoot was real. It actually got proven that like there was some big ass ape dudes that have been eluding everybody for forever. There'd bring so many things into question. And they were like, "Oh, they're descendants of us. What if they're like they might be one of the missing links?" I would it could fuck everything up. That's I would want it to be something that if it ended up being real would fuck everything up. Not like an alien or something goofy, like Chupacabra, the Mothman.
I was gonna say Chupacabra,
like the Mothman or whatever the fuck. Like that would be cool as fuck. Some like pterodactyl type shit. I'd be like, fuck yeah. See, I'd rather pterodactyls than dragons. If they're fire-breathing dragons, which I'm assuming they are. I wouldn't fuck with that. That just sounds like a lot of innocent people would die. Cull the population down.
topics.
Yeah, you ready?
Yeah. So this first one is from the BBC, the Science Focus magazine. I put this in here because I talked about this before, and this is like kind of confirming what I was saying. This bold theory says we're not Earth's first advanced civilization. If an advanced civilization lived on Earth millions of years ago, would we be able to tell? Humans have long been fascinated by the possibility of finding technologically advanced beings elsewhere in the universe. But what if such a civilization have lived right here on Earth long before humans evolved? In 2018, physicist Professor Adam Frank and Dr. Gavin Schmidt, a climate modeler, published a paper exploring whether modern scientists would be able to detect evidence of an advanced industrial civilization that ended millions of years ago. They named this possibility the Silurian hypothesis after an advanced reptilian race from the BBC's long-running sci-fi show Doctor Who.
Fuck
They
yeah.
concluded that they concluded that while it's extremely unlikely, evidence for such a civilization might be hard to find. Focusing on a period between 400 million and 4 million years ago, the researchers pondered what evidence might be left behind by this hypothetical society. In just a few hundred years, our industries have made a huge impact on the world's climate and ecosystems. But if the human race vanished within a few 100 million years, any direct evidence of our society or a previous one like it would almost certainly be gone. Our biggest cities would disappear in a geological blink of an eye due to erosion and tectonic movements. Instead, scientists searching for a long-lost civilization would need to look for the geological fingerprints of their activities. Industrialized civilizations would likely have many of the same needs as modern humans, including producing large amounts of energy and food, so we might expect them to leave similar markers in Earth's rocks and sediments, such as evidence of massive carbon emissions, global climate changes, and sea level rise. The problem is that in the geological record, climate change caused by fossil fuel burning civilization is hard to distinguish from climate change caused by natural forces. In fact, there's an eerie similarity between modern climate change and events in Earth's history known as hyperthermals. One such event occurred around 55 million years ago when global temperatures rose up to 8 degrees Celsius, 14.4 degrees Fahrenheit. But hyperthermals tend to coincide with intense tectonic activity. Another problem, the longer an advanced civilization lasts, the more evidence it'll leave behind. But to survive a long time, a civilization would need to become sustainable, which would leave less of a geological mark. A society powered by wind and solar energy, for example, wouldn't leave as much evidence as the fossil fuel-powered one. This paradox explains why we would be unlikely to find any signs of past civilization if one existed. The Silurian hypothesis pushes us to consider what traces of evidence humanity will leave behind. Answering these questions might help refine our search for advanced civilizations on other planets.
See, I'm just curious because we see find these fossils like of bones and everything. Why wouldn't we would find fossils of like?
So I heard the reason why is because like the dinosaurs were around for hundreds of millions of years. So like you need to be like on that time or on that scale of time in order for fossils to happen. So if you're like only around for 50,000 years, there's not going to be any fossils. It's like because like there was like so much, they had so much time that like inevitably like there were like a dinosaur was going to get caught in a tar pit and like create a fossil. But if you're not around that long, it's like that's I don't know. So, like that's just what I heard.
Shitty way to go, by the way. Death by tar pit. That sounds
No shit.
fucking awful, dude. And then to be pulled out later. Obviously we're not the first advanced civilization that's lived on this planet.
Obviously.
Yes. We can't even explain how shit that's existed within the human race timeline. Number one, we can't even explain our own fucking timeline, and it just ends at a certain point where it's like I don't know. It just started all happening here when they knew the planets and the stars, and they built roads and maps and get the fuck out of here. Obviously, there was at some point there was an advanced civilization that had a different understanding of maybe like sciences and maths and stuff like that, where it was structured differently. We can't explain how shit's been built. We can't replicate some of the stuff that they've built. There was obviously more to it than what we understand.
I don't know if it's obvious, but I tend to think like that it makes sense that there would be. But I like If you're telling me that because the pyramids exist, it's obvious. No.
Well,
That's
no,
not
I'm
even
just
what
saying.
that's not what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
I'm
not
talking
even
about, like pre-pyramids.
Well, yeah, I'm talking like Fertile Crescent, Mesopotamia.
Yeah, I'm saying before that.
No, there were obviously there was before that because that's essentially where our understanding of human history begins. Back in Mesopotamia, Iraq, Fertile Crescent, that area is where we understand the genesis of all this shit happening in the first place is. So if that's where but obviously the Sumerians had a better understanding than what we do because we still their shit's still around. There's some of their shit still exists. So it's like the timeline goes back farther than that. We just don't understand that part of the movie. We haven't read those books. So it's like we don't know the whole story. But there's obviously more to it than that. Yeah. Because to be able to accomplish some of the things they've accomplished, we're like, oh, they did it with like a chisel and a rock chisel and a wooden hammer. It's like, get the fuck out of here. There's no way. These are like almost some of these things like at Machu Picchu and some of these wild ass locales, tens of thousands of feet in the air, moving these big ass boulders that interlock that have these like crazy grooves and cuts that are like unexplainable. Like someone's like, oh no, they did that by hand. It's like then someone else do it. We have we have computers. That it would be a computer is something that would probably be that precise, that accurate. Yeah. I hope we leave some fossils though. That'd be tight. But he's obviously it's just like frozen like that, like some Pompeii shit.
Next article, also from the BBC. Do you want to read it? Or?
Yeah. Experts question whether $499 gold Trump phone can be made in the USA. I don't know if you guys have seen this. It's been out, just dropped. The Trump boys, Trump brothers, Trump House Records dropped a big one on everybody. So they've decided they're going to start a cell phone service, a mobile phone service, and drop the T1, the first Trump phone, gold accent, obviously, and the price for the monthly plan is
I mean, what the fuck, dude? Like,
this is
get
like
the fuck out of here.
the
They just like painted like an iPhone gold and called it their own.
yeah, and this is by Natalie Sherman and Lily Jamali. Experts have cast doubt on the Trump organization's claim that its proposed smartphone can be entirely manufactured in the USA, and that's what he's saying is it's going to be all made in America. One industrial analyst told the BBC it would be virtually impossible for the gold-colored handset, which retailed at $499, to be built in the United States. Questions have been raised about the ethics of what this latest series of attempts to cash in on President Donald Trump's name. It's so obvious. This is like Patriot Mobile, which is out here in DFW. That guy who's like owns all the school boards out here in North Texas. They have like some corny ass phone company. This is wild. It's unbelievable that the Trump family has created yet another way for the president to personally profit while in office, said Megan Faulkner, communications director for Citizens for Responsibility and Ethics in Washington. The phone will also come alongside a mobile service with a monthly fee of $47.45.
Where do they get the fucking cell towers, dude? Like, what are they just like
I think they're
licensing it from Mint Mobile?
No, from AT&T. I think they're getting them from AT&T. Because he's paying them in crypto, dude. He's like, you want some? I got some crypto. I'll give you a couple. Give you a couple. Give you a couple.
The
poop
CEO
coin.
of AT&T is a fucking magtard. He they owned OAN, One America Network, whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One America Network. Super cringy. The figure is a reference to Trump serving as the country's 47th and 45th president. No shit. Trump has said that he has put his business interests in a trust, which was managed by his children. The White House has maintained he acts in the interests of all Americans. But Faulkner says the latest venture raised familiar issues, including whether the new business will win customers for having people hoping to influence Trump, and the president will craft policies and regulation for an industry in which his family now has a stake in. But obviously, like, why they're even like, is he gonna do this? It's like, yes, he's gonna do it. He's dropping a phone, bro. I thought it was apparent when he did gold shoes.
Okay, how many phones can he make for $500? He can't like. I mean, like, you need like actual infrastructure to do this, dude. Like,
unless you
where's the factory?
Unless you outsource it to China. Right. Trump said it's not has not said which company would manufacture its phone in the United States. Eventually, all the phones can be built in the United States of America, said Eric Trump. That'd be more like, yeah, all of that. You know. Said on the Benny Show podcast Monday, suggests the phones released in August may not entirely be manufactured within the country.
Ooh, what a surprise.
They don't even have a working prototype. It's extremely unlikely, said Professor Ting Long Dai, who teaches operations management at Johns Hopkins Carey Business School. I think that guy kind of probably knows what the fuck he's talking about. Yeah, they don't even have a working prototype. Gold phone. I mean, I guarantee you he's going to start selling pre-orders for this fucking phone. So that's really what it's going to be, pre-orders, and they're going to get rug pulled later. It's going to be like, oh, and they're not going to be all made in the USA. They're going to be
that's
cheap.
What they did with the Cybertruck, dude. Cheap, the pre-orders.
Cheap pieces of shit. Last month, the president threatened to place a 25% import tax on at least on iPhones not manufactured in America. The U.S. currently simply does not have a high-tech supply chain required for smartphone assembly, especially not in time to release in August. This is crazy.
These fools have made like $5 billion since January. Like when's it enough? Like, just stop.
Dude, we're not even 7 months in, and this dude's dropping a phone. This motherfucker's dropping a phone, dude. He's like Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah.
He's dropping a phone.
He's a fat broke. Oh, I guess he's not broke anymore. He's a fat Ryan Reynolds.
This is the craziest grifting of all time. Let's say in a hypothetical universe, Trump fixes everything. And everything's perfect. This is still going to be looked at so bad. Like, this is fucking crazy, man. Whenever I saw this, I thought it was a joke. I genuinely thought it was bullshit.
I did too. I did too. And so somebody like brought it up. I was like, what? I didn't know that was actually real.
T1 means you're already thinking like, okay, well, what's T2 gonna have? Like, you're already thinking about the next phone. Otherwise, why would you number it?
Because all the other phones, because Apple numbers theirs. I don't know.
However, it is possible that the device could be assembled in the U.S. with parts imported from abroad. This might be the most likely outcome, that it lets the TI claim American sovereignty. So he's just going to do whatever. He's going to buy a bunch of shit from overseas and have it put together here. Would you make fun of somebody if they bought a Trump phone? If you knew somebody and they were like stoked about it, like they got the T1. And it was.
I don't think I know that person for very much.
But like at work, you see someone at work.
I'll be like, "Yo, did you get a new number on that phone? Can I get it so I can block it?"
And Trump's net worth has more than doubled since he's been in office. Reported making more than $600 million last year, including millions from items such as Trump-branded Bibles, watches, sneakers, and fragrances. Trump fragrances, like, bro.
Gross.
I said his net worth is $5 billion, more than double what it was earlier. What was a year earlier? Obviously, he's grifting. Dude, I can't. And Mint Mobile, which is backed by Hollywood star Ryan Reynolds, was sold to T-Mobile for $1.35 billion in 2023. At the time when analysts estimated the service had roughly 2 or 3 million subscribers. Apparently, Ryan Reynolds is just like a huge asshole, though. Everybody hates Ryan Reynolds. hostess. Well, I guess it's his wife is the one that they don't like, I think. Last one's from the AP. It's by Sam McNeil. This one is just titled "Hypersonic Missiles Are Stirring Fears in Iran over Israeli Conflict," and here's why. They believe they dropped one of them. These hypersonic
Dropped it?
Well, like shot it.
Launched it?
Yeah, launched it into the sky, and I watched it drop out of the sky, and it's pretty fucking terrifying. I mean, what is your take on all of this? This has escalated so rapidly.
Yeah, I mean, my take is that Bibi Netanyahu's a piece of shit motherfucker, and he's worried about staying in office, and so he just needed to get another conflict going. You brought it up, bro. You said should the United States bomb Iran like 6 weeks ago or something, like a month ago. And then all of a sudden, like the fucking podcast is just flooded with Iranians listening to it. And guess what, bro? We warned y'all. Israel's coming, and here it is. Like, I mean, should the United
Wait,
States
what did I say? A couple? What did I say?
A therapy question was, should the United States bomb Iran?
Oh, okay.
I was like, absolutely not. And then all of a sudden, like, we had a new country listening. It was a bunch of fucking It wasn't like just one person in Iran. It was like they shot up to like the top 10 countries of listening. They never listened before.
Yeah. I mean,
we got the mullahs over here listening to the pod, bro.
There was somebody. I mean, it's not that I even like quoting this guy because he's a piece of shit, but Nick Fuentes, there's a clip that was circulating on X that popped up of something he said on like October 8th, like the day after the attack that Hamas had on Israel with, like, you know, the paragliders and all that crazy shit, the music festivals, what really tipped the whole Gaza thing to start. And he was saying that the ultimate goal would be to replace the regime in Syria and replace the regime, and, you know, and they want to bomb Iran. He was saying that, like, there's two things that they want. And we've already seen Syrian regime change already. What we are seeing, though, is something I said before, and I think we were talking in regards of Saudi Arabia, but I was just talking about in that region, like with what's been happening in Gaza, with all of that, bombing Iran or not, Iran was going to have to do something if they sit there and they support Hamas, right? At some point they're going to do something in retaliation for the things that are happening in Gaza, which then green lights Israel to then do what they've been doing, or they feel justified in doing it, and then it kind of ropes us into it.
Yeah.
I mean, and then they get to go do whatever they want to do to Iran while we support them and back them while they're doing it. And it's like a twofer, is what he was saying. He's like, you know, if they can get rid of the regime in Syria and then be able to, you know, drop bombs and fuck up Iran, then Israel's super, super happy with what they got going on, especially if we support them in doing it. But the whole thing has escalated extremely quickly. I've honestly been shocked by some of the videos that I've seen of things making it through the Iron Dome. Thought the Iron Dome wasn't supposed to be... Didn't think that was supposed to be happening like that. But back to the article real quick. Iran is boasting that it has hypersonic missiles, and says it's already has begun firing the cutting-edge weapon at Israel. I did see one of those weapons. I looked it up. They go like 10 to 13 Mach 10 or something like that. They go extremely fast. But the use of the fast-moving projectiles could test Israel's vaunted missile defense system and alter the course of the fighting between the two bitter enemies, which is true. I mean, these things come flying, and they make it to Israel in 5 minutes from Iran. That's really fast.
Yeah.
That's
I mean, I think they're a paper camel, dude. Like we said, like, I mean, they got exposed. Like, they're fucking corrupt, like, bullshit ass government. It's like Israel could just like fucking they own the skies of Iran now. They could just like sit there with their drones and their jets and just bomb the fuck out of them if they want. Like, I mean, like and they took out all of the launchers. Iran's running out of missiles. And like the Iron Dome, David's Sling, and the Arrow are like the three air defense things for Israel. Like they do work, bro. They're just not like perfect. It's hard to fucking shoot
No, I
ballistic
know.
missiles out of the sky.
No, I know, but it's also that's the amount that's being shot at them as well is a shit ton. It's like when we saw Hamas have some rockets get through. When they do, it's because they're firing a ton at the same time. Like some of the
Right, but
some of the videos
There's
are
really not that many though. It's like a couple hundred.
That's a lot.
I know, but it's like they only have like I think like only have like 2,000 fucking missiles. Like they're running out and they're like holding on to them in case like we get involved, so they go like try to kill some of our troops and shit. Like I don't know, dude. And like Israel killed everybody in the fucking IRGC, like the Iranian Revolutionary Guard. Like it's like I don't know, dude. I don't think we should bomb Iran.
Well, what they're saying is there's certain weapons that we don't make available to them, and there's what because like the Ayatollah there is apparently like what hiding inside some mountain.
Not the Ayatollah. The Ayatollah is not in a mountain. It's the fucking nukes that are in a mountain. It's called Fordow. It's like the area that
Oh yeah, and then
buried.
the like
And then the bunker busters. Like we have a 30,000 ton bomb that can only be carried by the B-2 stealth bomber, B-52. So it's the only plane that can carry this bomb. We're the only ones with the bomb, and even then, the bomb can only it would only go down like 200 feet.
you have to
and
drop
things like
multiple. You have to drop multiple on the same spot to get it to go
right.
all the way
And
down.
it's just like that's just I don't know. Doesn't seem necessary. Or, I mean, you don't ever know what's gonna happen. Like once you get involved in a war like that, just stay the fuck out.
Yeah, I just don't. It's interesting to see because this has also become a fracturing topic amongst like the GOP amongst Republicans.
Oh, yeah.
Like, because there's some people who are very against doing it. There's some that are very pro doing it. The ones that are pro doing it are the ones that a lot of people don't like. So it would be like, your Lindsey Grahams. Some of them are like, oh yeah, we gotta protect Israel at all costs. If they want bombs or they want to do this, they need our support. We gotta support them. And then you have like Marjorie Taylor Greene going out and being like, we need to stay away from this. We don't need to do it. What about America first? It's just like spiraling. It's unraveling this group of people.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't.
We'll see what happens.
And then I think Trump's been talking crazy shit on social media, but he was talking about how he wants something. He doesn't want a ceasefire. He wants something more than a ceasefire, like quitting, or for it to end. Like just saying like wild shit. But then that stuff is pissing people off. They're like, "What do you mean you don't want a ceasefire?" It's like I don't want I want something better than that. Like the whole.
I want total surrender. It's like, what do you mean, like surrender? They're not they're getting attacked.
And who's going to be leading the negotiations for the U.S.? They're saying
Wickoff.
No, they're saying they're sending JD Vance in too. That JD's going in to help kind of mend the bridges. I don't know. The whole thing's kind of fucking scary, honestly.
I don't think so.
We haven't seen an escalation like this between two.
I know.
Powers.
Like
of their
Iran
level.
Iran just got exposed, bro. It's like, what are they literally can't do anything. Like all of them are either dead or like they're just like sitting ducks. It's like,
and they're posting wild shit on social media like we own the skies. Be prepared for something.
Trump said we own the skies. It's like bro. I thought we weren't involved.
Yeah, like why are you saying that? Shut up, dude. And then there's another video they posted of a guy stroking a nuclear warhead, and was like, maybe we use this. Like either it's made up, but the shit that comes out on Twitter when it comes to like just Iranian media or Iranian like accounts is fucking crazy right now. It's
I agree.
the whole shit's fucking stupid. Everybody's just bombing everybody. Between those two, we got Ukraine and Russia. Like this is a lot of conflict, man. There's a lot of conflict amongst like pretty big world powers right now. It's a wild time to be alive.
True.
I don't know. Yeah, bunker busters. That's what they were saying. That's what they want. And we have never given it to them. But they're like, Trump might give it to him. Trump might just be like, yeah, fuck yeah. I'd hope not. But, oh, and the people that are anti-Israel and like the pundits, your Candace Owens and them, they're like crashing out hard. They're like spiraling because they're so anti-Israel. Like, obviously, like, you know, I don't want to say allegedly, there you go, allegedly anti-Semitic remarks they make all the time. They're just capitalizing, they're feasting on this stuff. Like, I'm curious to see what these midterms end up looking like whenever there's midterm elections.
I'll tell you what they're going to look like. It's going to look like the National Guard in there, like, fucking preventing people from voting.
I hope not. That's pretty dystopian.
Yeah, well, get ready, dude. A little dry run in LA.
I mean, but they don't even want to be there. They're not, what are they doing? What is
I know they don't want to be there, dude, but they're fucking, you know, they're Marines. They're gonna listen, you know, like, yeah, they're like vetting these dudes. They said no fat Marines could be like behind Trump, and they all have to be like supportive of Trump. Like, it's like, dude, watch the midterms, bro.
What do we do then?
No comment.
We'll talk offline. Well, you got anything else for us, man? That was a pretty quick one, but you know.
Yeah. Meditate, bitches.
Yeah, well, make sure y'all like, follow, comment, subscribe, share, what the fuck ever. Apologize for the delay, but it's good to be back. We will obviously be back next week with another episode. Hold on to your britches. There's a lot of wild shit going on. I don't know. Like, this is all crazy. We're 6 months in, not even 6 months in, and we're about to get pulled into a war by the president who talked about no wars. At the same time, he's dropping a hot new Android-based phone. Like, this is the craziest shit ever, dude. Like, this is so crazy. I want to see one of them. Like, I would maybe buy a Trump phone just to see it.
I'm not gonna buy it.
You could buy it, undo an unwrapping online, and pretend to just be like A, white, and 2, like, Republican. Or I could just be a black Republican unwrapping a phone, and maybe get some views. Right? We could take the right wing grift route, and I could be like a black dude who's just like super magged out. You know, just grifted up.
Nas and Jay-Z have a song called Black Republican.
Yeah. All right. Well, y'all be good, be safe, stay out of trouble, and as always, make sure y'all go fuck yourself.
Every now and then when I feel a bit
Shout out.
Recording stopped.
Scratch out, get some pills and get chuggy. Nah, man, I know what I need, some more Man Huggie. Oh, Man Huggie. More Man Huggie. Put your headphones on for proper audio quality, motherfucker.